All right. If you have been looking at homes for sale in Locust Grove, Georgia, or really anywhere in Henry County, Georgia, you're probably wondering, should I buy a new construction home or should I go with an existing or a resale home? In this live market update video, I'm going to help you make the right choice. And if you stick around to the end, I am going to share with you where you can get the best new home incentives right now going into the new year. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to get this started officially. All right, I'm going to test this out because last time I did this, y'all, the thing did not share the screen. Okay, I think we're good to go. All right, officially, let's get this party started. So, if you are new to me in this channel, you guys know I don't have no fluff. We are going to be comparing two homes for sale in Locust Grove, Georgia, and break down everything so that you are aware of the pros and the cons. How does it work? And other nuggets that I believe every buyer should know before signing a contract. What am I talking about? Number one, I'm not ready yet. Do I have to put off my home search? What about current interest rates? What will my mortgage payment be? How much are closing costs? How much will I have to pay? What income do I need to qualify? Do I have enough income to qualify? What kind of credit score do I need? Is my score high enough? What about negotiation? And how does that work? What about home inspections, property taxes, HOA? Are going to do a lot with a goal that by the end of this video, you will know, is it better for me? And by me, I mean you, asking yourself, is it better for me to buy a new construction home or an existing home? I'm so excited. In case we have not met officially, allow me to welcome you to the new construction YouTube page. Okay. Queen, and it is my goal to help you find the best home, new home, not new to you home, best new home with the best financing. If by the end you're like, oh, new, I want to go as the new construction queen, I get to home buyers, whether you're relocating, working on credit, still saving, got questions, all of the things through every step of the new construction process. Understanding what you can afford, the best new homes, whether it's move-in ready or building them from the ground up, the best builder incentives, answering all your questions. What about this? What about that? Being your sounding board, prayer partner, coordinating all the moving parts along the way until you get your keys and beyond. And I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead doing today. I do want you to know that although I am comparing two homes that are actually on the market right now, they're 5-bed, 4.5 bath, 3,400 square foot, 3-car garage home. Even if that's not the home that you want to purchase, I still want you to watch because you're going to learn a lot in this video that will apply no matter the purchase price. That includes USDA, VA, all of the things. Okay. I promise you, it will still be helpful to you. All right. Okay. And officially, a lot of people say buy more expensive. Well, in this case, buying new is actually more favorable. We got a $429,900 purchase price compared to a $449,500 purchase price. Now, that really doesn't mean a whole lot until we begin to compare. Oh, I went ahead one screen. Until we begin to compare the interest rates. Y'all know I always talk about 3.99, 4.99, 1.99, all these low interest rates, and that is only available when you are buying a brand new home from a builder. As you can see, if we buy used, our interest rate, your interest rate, is like a 6.5 or a 7, depending. I also want to clarify that these rates also include those who qualify for USDA and VA loan buyers. The rate that you get will vary. And in order to get the best rate, buying new can prove to be favorable. And let me show you why. I know that I have a good amount of men who watch my channel. So I'm going to do man brain really quickly. Man brain is like, what is the cost to me? Okay. When you buy new, because the rates are favorable, the cost to you is less. In this case, 3.99 if you're moving in right now before the new year, $2,600 compared to if you're thinking about January, February, 4.99, 2,900. Whereas if you're buying a used home right now and the interest rate was 6.5, which is probably a little bit higher than that, let's say it's a 7, you're looking at a mortgage of $3,300. Now, I'm gonna allow y'all to do the math on that, but I think that's at least, so that's $700 difference in payment if you were moving and buying right now in the next 30 days. And why this is important, because on the news or, in the world, we might hear a lot about prices going up, rates going up. It's hard to qualify for a home. It's not affordable to buy a home, all of these things. But the minimum income needed to buy a new home, because the rates are more favorable, which means the mortgages are lower, the income needed is less. $75,000 compared to $90,000 for a very similar home. Now, even if you have an income that's higher than this, that's fantastic. Does that mean that you have to have a higher mortgage because of it or get a higher interest rate because of it? Maybe not, right? Maybe you're wondering, well, what are my options based on my income? That's something that I enjoy doing when we talk one-on-one, breaking down your income, your debt to income ratio, getting a purchase price, and then what home options and incentives are going to be a great fit for you. Yes, even if you're relocating and working on credit. Okay. Hopefully y'all are seeing some differences so far. Another time, people are often talking about credit. My credit is not high enough. My credit is not good. And I get it. However, when buying new, as you can see, 620, 640 credit score is what's needed in order to get these amazingly low 3.99, 4.99 interest rates, great mortgages. In the new world, the higher the credit score, depending on the incentive, does not mean you're going to get a better rate. When you compare that to buying a used home, the higher the credit score, the better the rate. The lower your credit score, the higher your rate. So a lot of buyers don't realize that buying new, there's some nuances that may or may not even apply to you just because of the kind of home that you are buying. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Are you in it? I want to see some new homes. If not yet, allow me to talk about the fun on the numbers, because financing your home, if not more important than the home itself, I also want you to be in your home. Okay. And sometimes I'm seeing people getting sued for miseducation and whatnot. I want you guys to understand how this works. Okay. Buying new, because they are contributing to your closing costs. In many cases, unless USDA, VA, or down payment program, you are responsible for your down payment and whatever is left from closing costs if they are not fully paying for them or we haven't negotiated more. Okay. Buying new, this same house, $17,250 compared to needing $30,000, give or take. All right. I do want to say, I'm not here to bash buying a used home. I am here to show you some differences. The seller of a used home does not have to contribute to your closing costs. So they may or may not. However, you want to be prepared for the they may not, just in case, right? That's why I'm saying you got to have some cushion when buying a used home. All right. A lot of times, let's talk about property taxes, right? A lot of times we hear that buying new gets a bad reputation and all of this stuff. I like to overestimate the property taxes. That way you are less surprised when the increase happens in your after your first year. Okay. Now, I pulled from the used home, I pulled the taxes from 2024, and I was surprised. I did not think they would be this high, but here they are. All right. Being able to compare somewhat apples to apples, give or take, for you all to be able to see the differences. My favorite difference, though, those are all the numbers, okay? Those are the financial numbers that go into used versus buying new. Now we're going to talk to some of the other more theory mindset type of things. Traditionally, when you are buying a home, in order to start looking, you need to be 100% ready, if not even pre-approved already, to start looking, to start making offers, to get out there and see something, because there is only one home. If you're still saving or working on credit, the seller is not going to hold it for you to get ready, right? If you fall in love, you want to be in position to make an offer to be able to get the home, right? Now, there are some cases where maybe it sells before you get ready and things like that. If that happens, you have to keep searching. Resale world. When buying new, you don't have to be pre-approved. You don't have to have great credit. You don't have to have savings. Even if you're relocating and haven't found a job here yet, we could work on some things, because there will be many to choose from, especially in the Locust Grove area. There is not one home for one buyer. There are many. And if you don't get the one that's ready in December, guess what? I'll make a phone call and say, okay, how many more do we have coming? Oh, one in March, one in May, one in July, so on and so forth. And that is why my goal is to help you find the best home with the best financing, but also at the best time. This works so perfectly for folks who are working on credit. Right now, I'll say this year, I have the number. I would say like 15 people started with credit challenges, and they are in their home right now. I have 2 people this year, one person getting her home built right now, closing in December. Another family under contract, waiting for their score to go up, also going to be closing in, I think, December or January, right? So credit does not have to be the reason that you put off your search. So if you are relocating, you can come and look. If you're working on credit, you can come and look. If you're still saving, you can come and look, get an idea of how much funds you need, no guessing. So if you're finding that buying new is the way you want to go, I'm inviting you to have a combo with me, especially if things are not perfect. I may be unconventional in that way. I know sometimes most agents want you to have everything ready and everything done, but I'm like, cool, I'll work with you. Let's figure it out. Okay. That's what I'm here for. Putting the pieces together, putting it together with a beautiful bow, and yelling and screaming on your closing day, because we are so excited. All right. So real quick, buying resale, you got to be ready. Everything. Buying new, we could work on some things because we got some time. The goal is to find a new home that you love, put that game plan together, and get you rocking and rolling. Next up, let's talk about negotiations. Buying a resale home. Your agent, yes, your agent, not you, negotiates on your behalf, and you have to kind of hope and pray that the seller accepts your term, because they don't have to. In this case, You may or may not get any incentives or anything towards closing costs, which could mean more money out of pocket. Now, although my lane is new, there are many sellers who are contributing to closing. I don't think that they are not. However, I do want to give you a tip. If you are gonna buy a resale home and you don't have an agent yet and you want someone from my team, I'm in the new department, right? We have a whole other department to help you with negotiating resale. I want to give you a tip. Number one, find out from your lender how much closing costs are. What are the costs that go into your home? It'll also be on your loan estimate, things like that. That's the number you need to know. Let's say it's $12,000. I would say ask the seller for 15, because what if ask the seller for the number you need or more in the event that they counter back, right? If you need 10 and you ask for 10, they give you 5, that's okay, but now you got to figure out the rest, right? But if you ask for 13 or 15 and they give you what you need, now you are in position to have all of your closing costs paid. If they end up giving you more than is needed, there can always be an adjustment later. But once you are under contract, they are not going to be like, well, oh, we asked for 5, but we need 8. Not how it works, right? So anyway, buy a new home, your agent, someone like myself, we do all that up front. That way, you know the interest rate, closing costs, all the things. But in many cases, there's not anything to negotiate because they are giving buyers everything. What is everything? Great interest rate, closing costs paid, blinds, garage door opener, washer and dryer, refrigerator. That's everything. What purchase price reduction? What else is there for me to ask for? However, there are times when I'm like, okay, buyer has X dollar amount, they need 2,000. Okay, let me figure out where we can get 2,000 for closing costs to help you purchase. Or if I notice, oh, there's no appliances. Okay, we need appliances. Like that kind of stuff happens up front. That way, when you go into contract, you know everything. It is a matter of going through the process and waiting for your home to be done. That's it. Okay, the last one I got for you guys is about the home inspection. Home inspections are required, period. New or resale. Definitely resale, but definitely new. When inspection, it can start another round. What does that mean? Let's say inspection comes back, some no address. You got to go back to them and say, hey, can you address this or would you give me a credit? They could say no. From there, you could decide that you don't want the home anymore. Just depends. It could also mean that now you are paying for multiple inspections. Inspections are at the expense of the buyer. There are no refunds if you don't buy the house. Now, on the flip side, buying a new home after your inspection, I would forward the report over to the builder to address any concerns, if any. Over here, we have favor over home buying. So I am so thankful that I have not had any horror stories, crazy inspections or whatever. Many times the inspection report is like nothing even on there to address. And so it makes it even easier. But for the few that have had a couple things to address, they're addressed and everybody lives their life. Okay. So that was a lot. And the first time I recorded this for y'all, it did not even work or upload. So I think this version wasn't the best version, but I hope that even still you learned something today. So I want to hear from you. What did you learn? What were your aha moments? And based on this, what kind of home is best for you? Comment below and let me know. If you're a little shy, you can email me and say, hey, I watched your video, blah, blah, blah. You can also text me. But if you're like, you know what? I just want to cut to the chase. I need help. Questions. curate a list of homes to consider. Call or text me directly or go to locustgrovenewhomes.com. We'll chat. No pressure, no credit check, no funds needed. It'll be just like this, going through all of your numbers and giving you a game plan that you can get excited about and follow. Last thing before we get into our new home incentives, if you want to be the first to know when new homes are released and incentives change, it takes me a while to record videos and edit and upload because your girl be on the go, but the email list gets it first. I put that link down below. Get on that email list because you would have already heard about this. Right now, the best new home incentives, and I don't have no homes for y'all this time. I don't have no videos because the point of this one was to compare new versus used. But I do want you to know what's going on this month as we go into the end of the year. The best one, my favoriteest one, is 3.99 fixed rates up to $15K towards closing, depending on purchase price, and no interest payments for 3 months. If you did not know this, interest is the bulk of your payment. That means that you would be saving a bit or so, give or take, in those first 3 months. There may also be an opportunity for you to get a 1.99 for year one, saving you even more. We would compare and then choose the best one. The second one going on right now is 2.75 year one and 3, and then fixed at a 4.75. Now, if you have no clue what these words mean, if you go for this one, I break down all of these incentives. That way you understand how it works, and you'll also be able to get $10,000 for your closing costs. And then finally, that was a lot. And this video will upload to help you make the best decision for you, whether it's buying new or buying a resale. Final reminder, if you have questions, you want help, want a game plan, curate a list of homes to tour or consider, let's chat. LocustGroveNewHomes.com or 404-692-2196. I hope that you learned something in this video, that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one, if not on Zoom or at a home very soon. Take care. Thanks for watching.